calm about it. I was like,
Yeah.
The only
oh,
mistake
Mark,
he did
shut
make
it off. Gotta go.
he didn't say large. He's quite miffed he didn't get a large.
Yeah, well, you gotta
What am I
specify.
supposed to do with a little kid's cup?
Yeah, she pissed
What
me,
am I,
I guess.
this
I
thing,
don't know.
one gulp of that, one sip, and I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
she would definitely got the ants for that one.
Although I guess I'm so used to ordering a large for myself, I would never.
All right, Mike. Oh my God! It's gonna be brown in here in a minute. Thank you for doing that when I had the video camera on. That one's preserved.
So how long is my bearings good for?
I don't know.
Who could possibly predict that, you know?
Might as well ask me how long the universe is gonna last. I don't know that either. Could go on the way home. Could last 10 years. I don't
All
know.
these fucking farts, it might. I think that's why the bearing is going bad.
Oh, my garage is empty.
Oh yeah, not used to seeing that. All right, Mike. Till next week.
Yeah, see Scott's around.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll be around.
he will because he knows. Oh, Walking Dead starts.
Oh yeah.
Well, that starts next Monday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks. We see that. Let's see. Is it cool out here? Yeah, pretty good. Not bad at all. That was a weird movie. I couldn't quite follow it at times, but it didn't really make a lot of sense. Area 51 turns into the giant alien spaceship or whatever.
Well, actually, it wasn't Area 51. It
Yeah.
just straight up got abducted here.
You know, the weird old technology. What's with Mike's light going off? Guess he's heading off to bed. What are you fooling with?
Put the chip in.
Oh. What was that? Ah! All the lights are off now.
Total darkness. There we go.
Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus, what the hell? Is this a repeat of the Buick?
Geez, a little chilly.
Oh, lucky that fucking car started that thing. Jesus Christ. Oh, how much owe you for the pizza pie?
Oh, just 7.
Tip money for next week. Alright. That's funny. You get there just in time.
Oh, a minute. Not even a minute. Not even a minute.
Oh, God.
And the open sign was, or the thing was shut off. I went in anyway because I seen they were all in there cleaning. I don't suppose you can. You guys still open? No, we close at 10. We got some slices. What do you got? You know, yes, I'll take them. The guy goes, what do you want on there? So pepperoni's good. Well, get that. Not a minute. Not even like a. That was it. And everybody's a guy, then a girl, then somebody else, and then four more showed up. Unbelievable. we got white slices. I'll take them. Then the woman comes in after that, and he says, "You got anything left? Got calzones? I'll take it." Yeah, man.
Good night for them. They don't have to throw out any food or take it home.
Jeez, yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of times they got plenty left over. They have to take it home. It's really not much good the next day, you know.
So then they had no more pizza. Then the guys on the road trip to Vermont were all like, "You got anything?" He says, "It's like, well," I was like, "You make some sauce?" He says, "Yeah, we can do that." So at least everybody was eating. And he said, "We're starving. We're on our way to Vermont on a road trip." Guys like, "Yeah, we can make something."
If you have any grease left in a deep fryer, you know, a piece of bread to dip it in.
Yeah, so 3 hotel casinos closed in Atlantic City. I heard
5 altogether.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
2 closed earlier on.
Wow. You had Revel. I never heard of it.
Don't know.
Never heard of it. And then apparently Beyonce opened it 2 years ago, and now it flopped. Then Showboat closed. That was the oldest. And then Trump Plaza closed a couple of 3 weeks ago. That's the 3 that I heard of.
Yeah.
Because now you got, gambling down there in Yonkers is one. You got the one in Delaware.
Pennsylvania. Don't forget Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. And then there's online gambling in New
Oh,
Jersey.
yeah. You don't even have to leave your house to lose your house now.
Yeah.
You can do it online. Degenerate gamblers don't even have to worry about driving a car somewhere and losing it and walking home. No. Right there in your overstuffed easy chair, in your trailer or whatever, you can sit there and keep feeding money into the machine. And it's all rigged. The house always wins.
Of course. And you can be no different online.
And the hoop of heads kept playing anyway.
Let's see, we ate at a casino in Niagara Falls. We were going to drive around and everything looked slummy, and she typed a few things in her GPS. We were like, nah. Finally, I'm like, you know what? Let's go to the casino. That's me and my mom always used to do. Go to the buffet. So for $19.95, we had all you can eat Italian, Chinese, Mediterranean, dessert, salad, everything. Done. When was the last time you went up to the falls? Like in the 80s?
Oh, God, yeah.
70s?
A long time ago. Had to be the early 80s. Never gone all the way to Lake Placid and beyond.
1980 Olympics.
Yes, it was right before the 1980
Oh,
Olympics.
yeah?
That's right, yep. They hadn't had them yet. They were still constructing all the shit. I remember that. It's the summer before the Winter Olympics.
How long did you stay up there for?
Oh, God, I don't remember. A few days at least.
We went and saw it all. Pretty cool. Saw where the ghost hunters went up there at Niagara Falls to all the ships. I totally forgot the Sullivans was up there.
Yeah.
They had that.
Halloween moon.
Oh, so I put 2 and 2 together on the road trip.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
What?
Go to the Glass Museum in Corning.
Yeah.
And, I'm thinking, I don't know what the fuck this was going to be. I thought it was going to be all the glassware that the company made. Come to find out, there's 2 pieces from when the place opened. One was a Pyrex dish from like the early 60s, and they had one of, that was it. Guess what the rest of this was?
No idea.
Works of art, glass from all over the world, artifacts that were dug up, every piece of glass from every dynasty, from every civilization, from every era, right on up to 15 minutes ago. Really kind of cool.
Yes.
And then come to find out, I found out where Grandma's glass dish came from, Brooklyn. So it's like, I don't know that thing anywhere. So anyway, you get to her with a little enclosed table, it's in video and everything, she's blowing glass and they're answering questions, and finally you go up towards the end there and there's a periscope. And I'm going, and I looked at it, everybody's going, is this real? I said, oh yeah, this is a real periscope out of a modern sub, or it used to be a modern sub. So finally I cornered a few people and asked this guy, he knows, and nobody knows nothing, and finally I got the one tour guide. And he says, can't tell you what kind of sub it came off of. And I can't tell you if it saw action or not. But that came off of a real sub. And I'm like, okay. So finally, skunk? Yep.
Yeah.
God damn it. Damn it. Oh. So finally I asked the guy, when did the when did this come on to display? And he told me something. It was donated after 2001, or right around 2000 or 2001. I said, okay. I cannot tell you what sub that came out of, either what class. I have no idea, but it's not a World War II sub. It doesn't look something pretty modern. Well, now the trip goes on. Finally, we get to Niagara Falls, and we go down there to see. Let's see. You had the Sullivans. What else did you have? I can't remember the name of the sub now. I have to look it up. So you had a sub, something else, and a few other things in there. And of course, they have a conning tower from a Los Angeles class. And what are you looking at?
No, just the moon up there.
So,
You
of
can
course,
do
I asked when the conning tower got here, and I asked a little bit about that, and they said, oh, kitty cat. Looked like tiger.
It's a long way from home if it is.
So they said that it was a Los Angeles class, number 703, I don't remember what the name was. And they said this thing got here, it was pulled into the shipyards, it was decommissioned in 99 and 2000. So I was there in Bremerton to see that thing being decommissioned. And, you know what I think? I think that's where the periscope came from. I'm almost fucking 1000% sure. You don't see those because the glass was made at that factory and then it came back in the periscope. So I bet everything that periscope came out of that conning tower. Because both were donated at the same time. And I was there in the shipyards when the boat came in. Yep, so lots of neat shit. We were disappointed at the Science Museum down in Pittsburgh. But we didn't go there for that. That was like an extra. We saw the submarine though. We go in there. Thank God she gets senior citizen and I got military. Guess what the Science Museum was?
What?
You know that thing where it's like a little walls, a little plexiglass, and you crank the crank, and it's a little gear,
Yeah.
and you have another gear, and then that's the end of it. You know, and then you go over to the next room, and it's a ball pit where you have all the styrofoam, and the kids are jumping around. And then we go to another room, and you just hit the little air water rocket, and little kids are playing, and this is what the whole thing was. Even Jane was like, this was I thought it was going to be like, well, the Science Museum. And it turned out to be a glorified daycare. And the whole place is full of freaking kids, and you stick your hand in the hole and grab something fuzzy and guess what it is.
Oh,
and
God.
My fucking God.
Covered with the last kid's snot.
You know, and this is what this was. And there was only like 3, 4. Then the elevators didn't go nowhere. She couldn't get around, so we had to like go back the way we came. And then we finally go. She wanted to see the submarine. Of course, that was the highlight. I, of course, went down and on it. It's you know, it was a converted World War II sub that's made look like a 1950s sub. You know, nothing new here. The best one we saw was in Cleveland. All intact, all original. And then the one up there in Niagara Falls was also converted to be a 1950 sub. And it was kind of neat to see it and everything, but...
So you stopped off at Ferguson while you were out in Ohio.
No, that's Missouri.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
Oh, and then of course we were right around the corner from Shanksville when we went there to go see Falling Water. Frank Lloyd Wright built the house with the waterfall in it for the Kaufman family and everything.
Yeah.
And then then we were literally right around the corner from Shanksville. And I'm like, I said, Jane, do you really want to see that? See where the plane crashed?
Well, you should have stopped in and seen it because it just fucking burned.
That's what I heard. I heard the memorial caught on fire or something.
Not the memorial, the museum that they'd set up 3 miles away. Temporary museum at the Ranger facility.
She mumbled something about it, and I said, do you want to go to that? And I was like, she goes, no, I don't want to go either. I said, no. She goes, she's what I wanted to do. I'm like, no, not particularly, no. she don't even go down to New York City. I said I don't want to go down there either, just to see that. That's I remember it the way I remember it, and that's that.
Yep.
So I said, I'd rather see the historic sites, not something sad like that, not a. But I sniffed out a good Philly steak in downtown Pittsburgh. Saw a commercial for one. I've never had one of those. I said, well, I'll go in, I'll take a look, and I'll let you know if they're any good. So she circled the block, and then I'll let you. And then I said I gave her a thumbs up. So I said, come back here in about. So she went to the other end of the block. There was a busy street. I said, come back in about 12, 13, 15 minutes. They have fresh cut French fries, all this and that. And then right around the corner from where the Pirates play and where the Steelers play, so we went and parked in the empty parking lot and had a Philly steak. I see a attendant in the parking lot. I said, what are the odds of getting a good Philly steak around here? And then one girl goes, and the other girl, oh my God, go to this place right over here. And I said, where is it? And she said, it's at the corner of this and that. We looked it up, found it, drove right to it. I mean, it was good enough. Oh, we saw the groundhog. And we're driving on, we saw a sign for Punxsutawney. I said, she goes, I've always wanted to see this. I'm like, well,
The one the mayor killed, you mean?
yeah. Well, when did that happen?
Months ago.
Oh, is it just now? This, or is that like?
I don't know. It wasn't recently. He dropped it or something and got internal injuries and it died.
We didn't see any hotels nearby. There's no camping grounds near. It's a big enough town. And then we drove up and down all the streets near this. We're thinking, where the hell does everybody stay? How do you get? And it's not like they got looking like 684 to get to this freaking place. It's like, how do you handle this from like a week before February 2nd and then 2 days after? How does the town handle that?
Yep.
So they say everybody's open late. McDonald's is open 24 hours for about 2 weeks. Everybody looking to get hot coffee and donuts, and everybody selling souvenirs. And
They say they lost a lot of relics in Shanksville.
really,
In the fire, yeah.
oh, to the fire.
To the fire, yeah.
It's a shame.
There's nobody gonna tell me that's not a haunted spot.
That's not why we didn't want to go. I was just like, nah. I said, whoa, that was a big cat.
Yep.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I think I did. Don't know how clear it's gonna come
That's
out.
okay. You see how the cat was?
Yeah.
That's the bear. That was the bear. And it was literally, he ran out. You couldn't see him because it was woods, and he ran out. And I was doing it. Well, I was doing about a little, maybe 40 miles an hour instead of 45, and that broad daylight. He was huffing, and she's like, oh. So I just slightly tapped the brake, and while he was huffing, and off to the woods he went, right back in. What was that? And I go, what do you think it was? So he said, I said, what the hell do you think it was?
Just a bear. So
A big one. He was big. And another skunk. She's like, oh my. I'm like, yeah, well. I said, now you know how I feel about the freaking mountain lion I didn't get on video. She goes, before we left, she goes, you want to bring your camera? I said, of course I want to bring the camera. She's like, will it fit behind my mirror? I go, oh, that camera. Well, I said, I don't know about that. I said, I gotta snip the wire again, re-hook it up to a cigarette thing, and of course she got a 6-pack in her dashboard there, so we would have room for it. I'm like, that would have been some good video though, because I would have had video of her going, oh, with her hands in the air and shit. Oh my God, she about gave me a freaking heart attack. We're driving right before we get to the Anchor Bar, and somebody blew the horn at somebody else, and it was a loud freaking horn. She fucking screams, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. I said, Jane, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop doing that. Okay, I said, scream after the accident. Don't just like scream if somebody blew their horn. I said, don't do that anymore. Holy fucking crap, heart came out of my fucking throat. We're doing 30 miles an hour, and then it was like a truck or something, like a one of those monster trucks or something. It was loud, and screamed, and I'm like, I was like shaking. I was like, oh, I said, don't do that anymore. Oh, fuck, Jesus, God. I mean, I was like shaking for about 5 minutes from that, and then she goes, you all right? You want to drive? I said, I just shook my head. I says, look, you know, scream after the accident, but don't. You're gonna cause an accident like that. Like, whoa. Yeah, did it all, saw it all. Then we had drama with Ed's niece coming over there. I had a whole drama with her.
Tell me all about that. Had a little mousey run up my arm the other day. Caught the little bastard and gave it to the cat.
Boy, they're all signs. Jeez, tag sale signs and election signs.
Yeah.
And then what kills me is after it's all over, the signs are still up for like weeks.
Yeah. Well, they get around to taking them down.
Oh, did I tell you about the book of coins that I bought
Uh-huh.
for $10?
Yep.
Right into my collection. Still ain't found nothing on that license plate though. No value on it.
Nah, not
But I
really.
can't find nothing on eBay though either.
Nah. License plates are rarely big money unless they're very, very old.
Yeah, porcelain plates. And the two biggest porcelain plates are Idaho and New Hampshire, apparently. What do we have here?
Oh. Paramedic going somewhere.
Yeah, or Idaho plates that are any porcelain plates from Idaho, $3,000 to $20,000. Same thing with New Hampshire plates, $3,000 to $20,000. I mean, $3,000 to $20,000. Unbelievable.
Well, I don't pay too much attention to license plates on eBay. I'm mostly gun parts and phonographs.
Oh, I had my eyes peeled for them. I saw one, but I think they wanted too much for it.
What was it?
It had the XXVI or something on it.
What was it? A tabletop model?
Yeah.
And what they want for it?
$350.
Probably too much.
The only reason I know that was they had a Desert Storm medal in there. I recognized the box right away. So we walk in, we look around, and I said, "How much for this over here?" And he was like, "Oh, I gotta go find the key." So he's fumbling looking for this key for like the whole half hour, 40 minutes we're there. Finally, we're getting ready to leave. He finally cracks the thing open. And I think he wanted like something ridiculous, like $60 or something.
Yeah.
And my eyes got this big, and I said, "Yeah, I think we're asking a little too much for that. Oh, she don't come down on her prices." And then he said, "Maybe I think a lot of times she doesn't know." I said, "Yeah, in this case, either she doesn't know, or she really is thinking that some poor sap is going to come in and think they got to find here."
Well, tourists will buy anything.
Well, it wasn't in a touristy area though. That's the whole thing. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere. later, went to another one up in Niagara Falls, and guess how much this woman wanted? $15 for the same exact. I said, recognize this? Is that? I said, yup, same one.
That's all right. I find a lot of phonographs on eBay, so I'm not worried about it.
She was gonna buy it. I said, nah, I already got one. I got my own. So I don't need to buy another one. You know.
Last week I was monitoring my usual searches on there, and I found a gramophone company machine, 1927-28, had been in a fire and had serious water damage.
The one that was burnt on the back.
No, not that one. This is a different one. HMVs, this is HMV 101. They're hard to find. Very hard to find here in the States because they weren't imported to sell here. They were only brought here by people who traveled in Europe or in the UK and brought them home. And that was the deal. The Victor company would not allow them to be sold here.
I would have sent a picture, or I would have made a phone call, or if it was if it was an on the spot thing and it was like $50, take it. I would have took it.
Yeah.
If it was like $50 and I had no signal,
Everybody ignored that fucking machine. I watched the whole week with one bid on it, the opening bid. Just one bid, and I bought it. Sure enough. Mechanically, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it mechanically. Everything, motor, turntable, all spins, it works. It's just the outer case. All the fabric is gone, and there's gouges in the wood where there had been char, and they scraped it off. But the parts on that machine are worth 3 times what I paid for it, and apparently these people never realized that.
I was thinking I'm going to come home with no Victrolas, or the whole trunk would have been full of them.
Yeah.
Only if I was going to get them for like $50 or less without calling you. And then because I know with
The ones I like the best are the wood box models.
that's what I was looking for.
And not necessarily the fabric covered ones, but the real ones, the oak or mahogany wood boxes. Those are the Victor Victrola 50s. Those always sell well. They're easy to work with. They're easy to ship and transport because, well, they're a wood box. They're already in a crate, you know? All you do is wrap it in bubble wrap, shove it in a cardboard box, you're done.
I seen them and they wanted too much more. $250, $350.
Well, those are normal prices for those if they're
Right.
serviced and in
running.
good condition. I generally buy them on eBay $1.25 to
That's what I figured. So
$1.75,
I don't want to pay, and then
depending on what it is.
Right, I would have even ventured to pay $100, but I would have phoned it in first.
Yeah.
And then asked. But all the ones I seen were like not even close. They were all $250, $300, $350. So I just kept on going.
Now, see, that's the price I charge when I sell them on
Right,
eBay.
that's what I'm saying. That's
So
what
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
make
gonna
any money
bring
doing
home
that.
and Here's $350, and the thing is worth $350, and that's why I didn't.
Well,
do
it could
that.
be it's a serviced machine. It might have had its reproducer rebuilt, its motor overhauled, and it's all waxed up and shit, polished. But I like to buy them when they're, as found in Grandpa's attic condition.
How old and crusty was that grease from that one?
Oh, the 112? That was bad. That's the worst I ever fucking saw. That was literally brown rock. I actually thought it might be rust, and there was a little bit of rust in there. But this wasn't rust. It was just solidified grease.
God.
Had turned to like the metal. I had to soak those parts for almost 2 weeks just to get it out of there.
In what?
Gasoline. Just to soften it up enough to chip it loose without damaging anything. Holy shit. But it's fine now. I mean, it's all re-greased, put back together, and playing perfectly. You gotta figure that thing was made in India in 1928. So it's a long fucking time ago, and I'm pretty sure that was original grease.
To get it like that, was it in a hot climate?
Yeah. Hot climate and just age. Grease will do that if it's really, really old. And this was really, really old. That's what it does. It doesn't usually turn quite that hard. But then again, I don't have a lot of experience with the grease they might have been using at that time in India. So it could be the grease itself that caused it. Here in this country, black graphite was the grease of choice. That turns hard as black. It doesn't turn brown. So not sure what the hell the Brits used in that machine in there. But whatever it was, it's out of there now, and modern grease has replaced it, and it's perfect. Because that's a big 2-spring machine, too. So it's a big drum.
Oh, see how the deer sign is? The deer's coming this way. We were all around Fort Niagara and all around Niagara Falls. I'm like,